So let's just get started by coming to find a tall seat and letting your hands kind of drip over your knees and closing down your eyes. And so today we're going to be doing a practice around the new moon in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign, and it's related to the breath. It's related to the mother, and it's related also to the moon. So today we're going to be diving in a little bit to relationship with mother. And if that is when I'm talking about mother, it can be, in many senses, it can be your own personal mother, your biological mother. It could also be Mother Earth. And it can also be any figure that you have that you consider as a mothering figure. So very loose representation of mother. So taking a nice deep breath in, filling up all of the cavities of the body, gentle smile of the lips, and then exhale fully out the mouth. We'll do that again. Deep breath in through the nose. Imagine water filling up the body from the base to the top. Like a wave, gently holding at the top and then exhaling out the mouth. And last time, breathing in from the base up. And then releasing out the mouth. Gently drop your chin, let your eyes open. We'll come into the first of the positions that we're going to choose today before we start the nidra practice, which is child's pose. So knees nice and wide. And then take your fingers, cup your fingers, and walk your hands out in front of you, as far out as you can. Kind of nestle down into the groin, and then relax your hands down, forehead releases down to the mat. Relax your fingers. And so we'll do a more yin-like practice today for two reasons. First of all, it's the heat of summer. And secondly, because yin is associated with the moon, right? Lunar. I want you to just relax the skin on your forehead, relax all the skin on your thighs and your toes and your fingers. See if you can relax your body so much that you kind of feel the ebb and flow of the breath. Like having that watery rise and fall of waves. And then you're going to tent your fingers and walk your fingers over to the left side and relax your forehead down onto the ground. Feel the stretch from the right fingertips to the right hip crease. And if you typically practice in a very masculine, hot-headed way, maybe you give a little bit more room for a little sway, things not being quite so linear. Tent your fingers again and walk your fingers back through the center and then over to the right side. Finding that gentle, mothering quality. One more breath here. And then enough that you can lift up, walk yourself back, and bring your hands back in front of your knees. Bring your knees together, and then you're going to come forward and lie down on your belly. So lengthen your legs back. And we're coming into Sphinx pose. So elbows go directly underneath the shoulders. And because we're in a more yin variation here, I want you to take your legs at least as wide as your mat and just rock your pelvis side to side. Rock the pelvis side to side. And then when you feel like your pelvic bowl becomes centered and kind of ready to release, you can let that rocking become smaller, smaller, and then let it settle. You can let the shoulders kind of engulf the base of the neck because we're in this is yin, and then you'll turn your palms up to the ceiling. I'm going to hold this for 5 breaths. So taking a nice deep breath in and exhale for 1. Breathing in. Exhale for 2. I'd like you for the next 3 breaths to focus on the chest area. Right, the softness of breast tissue, sweetness associated with Cancer. This lunar sign, cool, very nurturing. And then from here, just make a pillow with your hands, let your forehead rest. Bend your knees and then just let your feet crisscross, windshield wiper. Release any tension from the lower back. And then let the feet extend back out. We're going to press up to hands and knees. And just take a few rounds of cat and cow. And while we're doing this, I want you to think of, as you tuck your toes and press the chest forward like a water swishing to the front side of the body. And then as you exhale and round, like a water swishing down the spine. So go at your own speed, your own pace. I'm going to add in a mantra here if you'd like. So the mantra for the moon is Om Som. You breathe in, it's like Om, and you breathe out Som. Of course, you can use any mantra you like. Get nice and fluid. And then find tabletop position. We'll take thread the needle. So reach the right arm up towards the ceiling and then take that right arm underneath, placing your right cheek down towards the ground. 5 breaths here. You can let the bones become heavy. Press down into the left hand, drag the right arm back up. Tabletop position. And then inhale, left arm reaches up, exhale, thread underneath. Use that right hand as a kickstand. And it's strong and stable so that the shoulder blade can kind of drip off the back ribs. And then use that strength of the right hand to press down and take the left arm back up. We'll come into downward dog. So I highly recommend taking the hands a little bit further forward, tucking your toes, lifting the hips up. Keep a wide leg dog. So keep the feet as wide as your mat. Maybe even take the hands a little bit wider. The heels behind the wide part of your feet. And a little bend in the knees. Maybe bend the elbows just a smidgen to release any tension around the neck, and then straighten the arms. Press the heels back. Scan your body and notice any places that there's small bits of tension, and do any movement that feels organic to release that. And then slowly place your knees down and bring your legs around in front. So from here, we'll get straight into nidra practice. So you want to make sure that you have your blankets and cushions all ready and lined up. So when we come to lie down, you're already in position. So let's lie down for a moment here. And we'll take bridge pose. So extend your fingers forward and knees are bent. The heels are just beyond the reach of the fingertips. And then bend your elbows and just shimmy the left shoulder and then the right shoulder underneath you. And then think of the chest, the breasts, like ready to float up. Press into the heels and float the hips up. The chest will immediately come up towards the chin and then interlace the fingers underneath your back. Shimmy the shoulders in a little bit closer together. And you might feel the tightness across the chest. See if you can soften and find a place where the breath can enter into that upper chest area. 5 breaths. Dig strong into the heels and press the heels forward against the resistance of your mat. Lift your heels, separate your hands, slowly roll your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time, making sure that you get this nice long length from the base of the skull to the sacrum. Draw your right knee in towards your chest and just circle that right ankle a few times. Other way. So the 3 points of water in the body are the Cancer, the breast tissue, Scorpio, reproductive organs, and Pisces, the feet. You're going to take your right foot over your ankle and then drag your left knee in, getting a nice figure 4 hip stretch. And then release, uncross. It's time to take the left foot in, circle the ankle. So the teachings from lunar energy, moon energy, like the teachings of the mother, right? If you're like my son, I have to tell him a million times again and again till something sinks in, right? The moon is like that. It's cyclical. It just keeps repeating messages until we get it. It's not like the solar energy where it's like wham, bam. It's like a quiet whispering. Cross your left ankle over and then hug your right knee in. So letting yourself be open to the Cancer new moon teachings. Each month there's like a little subtle awareness that comes with each different planet. And today's is around nurturing, mothering. And taking that right foot down, left foot down. Start to lengthen your legs out 1 at a time, keeping the feet at least hip distance apart for Yoga Nidra. We want to be in the position of Shavasana and making sure that it's a very curated Shavasana. So you can press down into the head and just work the shoulder blades a little closer together. The arms should be out 45 degrees away from the body. The feet at least mat distance apart. Taking off any jewelry or clothing that is restrictive. Making sure that you're not going to be disturbed and that you're comfortable. And when all of that is in place, you can just roll your head to the left side, feeling a gentle stretch to the right of the neck, holding. And then roll the head through center and roll the head over to the right side, feeling the left side of the neck stretch. And then releasing that, coming back to center. Imagine that someone was taking a hand over the front of your face, closing the eyelids down and gently sweeping away any concerns, worries, anxieties that you may have, so that you can spend the next 20 minutes or so in complete peace and tranquility. Giving yourself permission to rest is part of this journey. A time when you can switch off, unplug, and allow your own energy field to fill itself. So feel the weight of the body against the floor or the bed or whatever it is that you're lying on. And see if you can have an enjoyment to that, an enjoyment to the fact that you have given yourself permission to lie down, to stop, to slow down. And as you're here, the body just breathes itself. You don't need to do anything. Everything is exactly okay. It's just a quiet breath moving in and out. It's quiet background breathing. It's like the movement of the moon. It happens quietly. It's almost imperceptible, except when you choose to notice it. I want you to take your attention down to just below your navel. And feel what happens when you breathe in, what happens to the tissue in that area. And connect what happens to the tissue when you breathe out in that area. Keeping your attention at around 2 inches below your navel, imagining that as you breathe in, there's a filling up sensation, like a full moon rising up. And as you breathe out, a feeling of shrinking and disappearing to a new moon, a downward feeling. See if you can slow the breath down so that the inhale allows that full moon expansion below the navel to happen. Full journey. And as you exhale, that full moon disappears, dissipates into darkness and new moon. The wax and wane of the moon, like the breath, constant, rhythmic, subtle, perfect. The more that you can relax your body and let your body release, the more awareness you'll have of this. If you can give your body completely over to gravity, observing the inhalation, full moon, expansion, exhalation happening on its own, new moon, release. You are exactly as you need to be in this moment. And it's from here that the practice of Yoga Nidra begins. So become aware of your whole body lying on the floor, completely relaxed, surrendered to the floor, to the earth. Even though everything is soft and released, the mind is aware. And the mind is sharp to create a sankalpa, to create an intention. The intention may be a word or two words. Just repeat the word or words to yourself 3 times. It's like planting a seed in the subconscious mind. And in time, that seed will manifest into reality. Repeat it 3 times with the strength of conviction. And then let it go. Bring your awareness to the sense of feeling and touch. Feeling the air around your body. A place where skin is exposed to air. A place where you're covered. Experience the difference in temperature. Experience the weight of the eyelids. Experience the unraveling of all of the muscles of the face. Experience the gentle movement of air in and out the nostrils. I'm going to bring awareness around the body. I'd like you to imagine placing a twinkling star on the parts of the body that I call out. Becoming aware of your right hand and just placing a twinkling star on the right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, fingers and thumb together, twinkling star on the palm of the right hand, the back of the right hand, the right wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, the armpit, shoulder, twinkling star on the collarbone, right breast, right waist, right hip, right thigh, twinkling star right knee, right shin, heel of the right leg, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. Let the whole right side of the body join the stars, and then release the attention from the right side of the body. Completely relax. Whole right side of the body is completely relaxed. Bring attention and awareness to the left side of your body, and to the left hand. Again, placing a twinkling star at the tip of the left hand thumb, the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, twinkling stars, 4 fingers and thumb. Left palm, back of the left hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, shoulder, collarbone, left breast, left waist, hip, left thigh, twinkling star, left knee, left shin, left ankle, star on the left heel, sole of the left foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. All of the twinkling stars connected and then released. Whole left side body completely relaxed. Left side of the body completely relaxed. Now bring attention to the back of the body and relax the buttocks on the left and the right side. Relax the lower back, the left and the right side. Relax the left side of the back and the right side. Whole back is completely relaxed. Awareness to the spine, and become aware of the whole spine from the base of the body to the back of your neck. And relax each and every vertebrae. Unravel, relax. Awareness to the neck, and relax the neck, the back of the neck, the right side of the neck, the left side of the neck, the front of the neck. Twinkling star, crown of the head, forehead, relaxing the eyebrows, left and right side, Relax the eyes, left and right side. Relax the ears, left and right ear. Relaxing the muscles of the cheek, the left and the right side. Left and right nostril. Relaxing the lips, upper and lower lip. Relax the chin. Relax the throat. No tension behind any of the facial muscles. You're experiencing yoga nidra and a deep relaxation within the body. Awake and listening. Creating a feeling of heaviness in the body. Feeling of heaviness against the floor. Body's becoming heavier and heavier from within. With every breath, body is heavy. Body weight increasing from within, heavier from within. The body is so heavy, sinking into the floor, heavy. And on the next inhalation and exhalation, you will start to feel the body's becoming light from within. The body begins to lose its weight and the body's becoming lighter and lighter from within. Every breath, slowly the body releases from the floor and becomes lighter and lighter. The body is light. And the body's back on the floor in its original position, in its normal body weight. The body's normal body weight. Connect into the movement of breath just below the navel. Full moon and empty moon. Watching 12 cycles of this breathing in below the navel, full moon, exhale, empty moon. I'm going to count the 12 backwards from 12 to 0. So it's an inhale, full moon, 12. Exhale, empty moon, 12. Inhale, full moon, 11. Exhale, empty moon, 11. Make sure that you don't skip any numbers, and if you do, go back and start again. And then wherever you are, release the counting. Relax your forehead, and in your mind's eye, begin to see yourself going backwards in age. Younger and smaller. Going back to your 30s, going back to your 20s. Like you could just turn a dial and your life goes backwards. going backwards till you were a teenager, and backwards until you were a child, and backwards until you were a baby, and backwards until you were still attached to an umbilical cord, and backwards inside the watery cave of your mother's womb. Experiencing the temperature inside, the darkness, the feeling of being protected, and the connection to the mother. Being able to connect in through the waters. And then I want you to imagine your mother becoming younger and younger, back to being a child, back to being a baby, and her connected through an umbilical cord inside her mother, inside the womb, inside the water, connected to the experiences of her own mother. In darkness, floating inside. And then picturing your grandmother, your mother's mother, reverse aging as she was younger, living her life backwards till she was a child, till she was a baby, till she was connected to the umbilical cord of her mother. And inside the dark, watery cave, the womb, connected to her mother's experiences. See her mother reverse aging to a child, to a baby, to an umbilical cord, to a womb. I want you to spend the next few moments going back another 3 generations, each watery vessel containing wisdom, lineage, and ancestry, like Russian dolls. Allow yourself to go back inside. Relaxing the pores on your skin. From 7 generations back, through the waters, from mother to mother, mother to mother, mother to mother, and mother to you. Allow yourself to experience all 7 waters, each one with wisdom and messages for you. Move slowly from the 7th mother to the 6th mother, gathering the wisdom and the messages from the 6th mother to the 5th mother, from the 5th mother to the 4th mother, from the 4th mother to the 3rd mother, from the 3rd mother to the 2nd mother, from the 2nd mother to your mother, taking those messages in through the waters and in through the pores as wisdom. Visualize yourself coming out through the umbilical cord into your body, and allow the dial of time to come, experiencing yourself as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, and all the way back up until you are back in your body as it is today. And rest here for a moment. And then it's time to repeat your Sankalpa, your intention. So bring back to mind the words or the image that you placed at the beginning of the Yoga Nidra practice. And repeat it 3 times. And tell yourself that the practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Keeping your eyes closed, take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Turn your palms down to the ground. Bend your knees, placing the soles of the feet onto the ground. And then let your knees fall over to the left side. You can turn your head to the right side. And then bring your head back to center, knees back to center. Let your knees drop to the right, gaze to the left. And back to center. If you're using this to go to sleep as a recording, then continue in a sleeping position. Otherwise, draw your knees in towards your chest and come back to a seated position. I'm going to use this as a journaling, intuitive exercise. So either taking a piece of paper or pen or using your journal itself, this book, I'd like you So just write down the words from the mothers. Here's what you need to know. And write down any words or images that come in onto the title from the mothers. Here's what you need to know. Let anything come through. Seeing this as a communication back to the 7 generations that you hold within your DNA. You can continue to add to that as you may have insight. We'll close out the Yoga Nidra practice. So coming to sit up tall and bringing your palms together at heart center and just honoring this Cancer new moon and the teachings from the mothers that came before us. Hari Om, Om Tat Sat. Namaste.